Marathon-Crossfit just after the Fingal 10K. It is 11:46 on a Sunday morning, so my beloved is just in the kitchen and taking care of an omelette. Yay! You have to break some eggs to make an omelette. But anyway, so here you see me, new t-shirt, just one, alright, and also my new A6 runners, which I got about, I think a month ago. And that's now the second race I did in them. So I finished up the 10K in 45 minutes, so that is not really the best I've ever did. But I'm happy with that time because, I mean, what is actually quite interesting is that somehow it seems to correlate, no, only correlate, okay, no causation here, that is a very big difference. My performance went 10% down in running, and it went 10% up in lifting. Now, as you may know, if you're following my blog and if you're following this YouTube channel, I'm currently challenging myself to run a marathon and clean and jerk about 1.5 to 2 times my same body weight on the same day. On the same day is the very important thing. I mean, if you ever wanted to run the Fingal 10K here in Ireland, it's part of the Dublin race series. This is the third time I've run it. The first time I ran it in somewhere 50 minutes-ish. Last year I ran it just slightly under 40, 39 minutes, but I was also 6 kilograms lighter. And this time around I ran it in 45 minutes. So there is a really, really great stretch at the beginning of the race for about half of the distance. Now be careful there to not overpace yourself, because you got it wide and bright, you see all of the runners and you might really overpace. I saw also today some people who were just stepping out at the sidelines because after the first 5K, which are straight on the I think it is the M1, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely a really broad and wide street. Then it actually goes into the helipad around Swords. That is an area just beside the airport here in Dublin. And if you are not prepared for that, and if you don't know the track, then you might overpace and just go into a lot of pain in the second half of the race. I mean, last year I actually saw several people puking because they just overdid it. So that is some tips around the Fingal 10K. There are water stations at several marks. You can also see the actual course map on the website of the Dublin Race Series, and they actually did a pretty good job at just redoing the entire website. They relaunched it this year, and I have to admit they did a pretty decent job in my opinion. So check it out. There are 2 more races to come in the race series. That is the Frank Duffy 10 mile, which will take place in Phoenix Park again, and so does the Dublin Marathon. I highly recommend these races as a preparation run for the Dublin Marathon itself, because the most challenging part of the Dublin Marathon actually goes through Phoenix Park and is part of these 2 further runs in the Dublin Race Series. If you have any questions around running and how to combine it with weightlifting, just please leave a comment below. I gladly help out. And that is the message for the day. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Or if you watch this just on a weekday, work your way towards the weekend and enjoy it then. And that's that. Bye then.